patience. We'll begin the session shortly, just in another 1 to 2 minutes. Thank you. Seems everyone is here, or almost everyone is here. Thank you so much, everyone. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum. My name is Abu Kadir from EPF. I'm your host today. And we would like to take this opportunity to thank you, our media friends, and our partners and friends for joining the session today on EPF plans towards ensuring retirement income adequacy among members through a monthly drawdown option. We have with us today EPF Chief Strategy Officer, Encik Nur Hisham Hussein, who will be giving a short briefing on the topic. And today's session will start with Encik Hisham giving a briefing, about 15 to 20 minutes, followed by a Q&A session. We will appreciate if you have any questions to reserve it until the end of the session so that Encik Hisham can address them all together. So without further ado, I would like to invite Encik Hisham to begin his briefing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abu. Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon. Thank you all for being able to join us today. Excuse me, throat's a bit dry. Apologies again. Some of you have already gone through some of these slides. We've extended them a little bit, but just bear with us while I take you through this. I think some of our media friends are probably not as familiar with the data as especially those analysts that we briefed before. So let me just go through and provide some of the context first before we start talking about what we've been actually doing, I think, in terms of reforming the EPF scheme. Okay, next, Ju. Okay, so just as a reminder, where we are today, EPF is serving nearly 16 million members, out of which about 8.5 million are active. We cover almost 600,000 employers in Malaysia. And our current investment assets, this is as of end of 2022, about just a little over 1 trillion. You'll see from the second quarter numbers that we'll be releasing, I believe, in about a month's time, that has increased quite significantly as well. Our gross ROI is about 6.2%. Again, these are 2022 numbers. We're hoping to do a little better this year. And last year's dividend rate for Sharia was 4.75% and conventional 5.35%. Next, please. Okay, so we're covering a lot of different groupings. The mandatory side is private sector workers, basically salaried workers, as well as non-pensionable public sector workers. We also have an increasing contingent of voluntary workers who want to stay with us, basically those outside the formal workforce.
The same value,
including housewives, some foreign workers.
So right now, that's why kita tak boleh nak.
The contribution rates are at 11% for employees and about 12 or 13% for employers. And we have just bumped up the voluntary contribution limit from 60,000 ringgit to about 100,000 ringgit. I think that was effective 1st of June. Next. Okay, so the current account structure, whatever contributions we receive, 70% goes into account 1, which is for retirement, and account 2, which is for pre-retirement withdrawals such as education, housing, health, etc. All of these are conditional. Sorry, we do have some conditional based full withdrawals, but for those above age 55, again, 2 separate accounts. One is account 55, which is all the savings from account 1 and account 2, and account MUS, which is for contributions above the age of 55. Next. So what measures we've taken as far as building retirement adequacy apart from the mandatory contributions? We have the voluntary contributions. As I said, this limit was raised to 100,000 ringgit very recently. We also have voluntary access, which is basically you can contribute higher than the statutory contribution rate, about 11% as of now. So I think for some companies, they actually go up to about 17%. And of course, for the workers themselves, they can actually contribute basically the whole of their salary. There are a number of other programs. One is persaraan. This is a government-backed top-up program. So for every dollar of contribution that is given, the government actually tops up by 15%. Hang on, just let me see if I can adjust the volume a bit. Okay, that's the maximum. Is this any better?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me know if you still have problems hearing. I think maybe you need to disable and re-enable your audio. In any case, we'll be providing the slides to everybody after this session. So I think you can go over it over your own time, but just let me continue because we'll be here all afternoon. Okay, so for persaraan, we have a government top-up of 15%. So basically, if you put in 1 ringgit, the government provides an extra 15 cents up to a maximum of 300 ringgit. This was just raised from 240 ringgit last year. We also have Aisayang. This allows a husband to transfer part of his contribution to his wife's EPF account. Next, Ju. Okay, so we're part of one of the 9 social security branches. I don't want to get into this because it's quite technical, but essentially we're part of the contributory system to help basically part of the social insurance system. Okay, so some of the challenges that Malaysia is facing, one obviously is aging. We're one of the fastest aging countries in the world. You can see from the demographic profile, it's going to go from a triangle to a cylinder over a period of just about 30 to 40 years.